From Jon Taffer humiliating a bar owner who couldn't even sell one beer,
We're done. We can't sell one beer.
I don't have nitrogen. Where do I get nitrogen from?
You get it from your vendor.
to Jon humiliating another clueless owner who refused to invest in his own bar, forcing Jon to walk out,
It's one of the best concepts I've ever done, and he totally it up.
If I had the money, I would do it.
Let's go, guys.
Here are several bar owners Jon Taffer humiliated for being completely clueless about how to run their own business, starting with LA Brew Company. In Season 4, Episode 17 of Bar Rescue, Jon Taffer visits the LA Brewing Company in downtown Los Angeles. The brewery is owned by Richard Ramos, who invested $250,000 into the business in 2012. At the time, the location was a newly renovated bar in the historic Chapman building, and at first, it generated good income.
When I first invested in this place was making $2 million a year.
But after a legal dispute with the property owner, he borrowed $250,000 to buy out a share and took over as owner and general manager. And he couldn't afford hiring staff anymore, so he had to hire his own family. The bar started losing $15,000 a month, and he went into debt using profits from his family's glassware company to cover the losses.
The Los Angeles Brewing Company is losing $15,000 a month.
When he needs money, it comes from the shop. That shop's not gonna have no more money at one point.
When Jon Taffer arrived with Maria Menounos, they immediately discovered something alarming. While the advertised number of beers was 100, in reality, things were different.
18. The sign says you have 100.
Before even getting to taste the beer, Jon spotted a red flag.
Is that the way a beer should look when you serve it? You didn't pour the beer correctly because it has no head on it. Most of the flavor comes from the head of a beer, but the glass is so dirty that the head wouldn't formulate in the first place.
And coming to the taste, Maria's reaction says it all.
You right?
Oh my God.
And the burgers weren't any better.
This burger is raw. This is your burger.
Jon brought in beer expert Neil Witta, who found more disgusting things in the bar.
See what you get out. Got some brown stuff on that one there.
And you can
This
smell
is
it.
symptomatic of the lines not being clean.
Seeing all of this, Jon made the inevitable decision.
Shut this place down. I want to have a staff meeting. Shut it down. Get the customers out of here. I want to go to work.
In the following staff meeting, Jon asked the staff a simple but crucial question, and the answer was pretty unanimous.
Who thinks Richard is why this bar is failing? Raise your hand. Your entire staff feels that you shouldn't be here. Why should I?
Jon also humiliated Richard by pointing out that he couldn't even solve the simplest problems.
I'm here every day trying to fix one problem at a time, John.
You can't fix the simplest of problems.
He explained that Richard's arrogance and lack of knowledge were destroying the bar, so Jon brought in an expert to help.
Kevin's two restaurants just won #1 and #2 for the best barbecue in all of Los Angeles. Tonight, for stress test, I'm putting you in the kitchen. I want you to learn from him.
After that, along with the experts, they cleaned the beer lines and the kitchen.
Look at that. That's mold. White, bloomy mold. All that stuff's going right into your beer lines.
We're gonna work up a sweat today. That's all that debris in there.
All of this to get ready for the stress test of that night, since Jon wanted Richard to push himself harder than ever.
This is an important stress test tonight. There's $1 million in a family fortune on the line here. So it's a big decision whether to keep the bar or sell the bar. Tonight, I need to see Richard step up and show me that he can run it before I can recommend to his family that they keep operating it.
When they opened the doors to the public, everything seemed like it was going to go well.
Customers are here. They're really cranking right now. They're pouring a good head on the beer, the right glassware. It's awesome.
But things started to fall apart when Neil gave a very specific order.
It's real slow. It's not that we do suds.
If it's not coming out right anymore, then stop serving it. We can't get beers out at all. It's barely trickling out of the tap. One by one, all the beers are slowing down and stopping.
Because of these problems with the pressure, Jon called Richard, but he didn't even know where to get nitrogen to keep the beer system running.
It's right here that's low.
Where's your backup? Do you have a backup tank?
We've been running on this nitrogen with a backup.
So when you use the backup, what are you supposed to do? Get another backup, right?
How am I supposed to know it's gonna run out? It hasn't
You're
run out.
supposed to look! That's why there's gauges!
So Jon continued confronting him in front of everyone for his lack of basic knowledge and failure to supervise anything.
Richard, we got a problem. They're losing pressure on the draft beer system. Go check it out. See what's happening in there quickly, because the people are waiting.
And things got so bad that Jon had to make the inevitable decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. We cannot sell any beer.
Then Jon gave him a clear option: either commit to following the plan after the remodel or sell the bar.
Which means you either have to invest the money as a family in hiring management, putting an inventory, and running this to make this successful, or you have to say we're going to divest and we're going to sell it and not put more money into it.
The plan was to get a new general manager, but Richard made up his mind to,
For God's sakes, if we can provide the general manager and the management team, it's like a dream come true to me.
After the confrontation, Jon remodeled the venue and renamed it LA Brew Company. And the relaunch was initially a success, as customers were happy with the new food and drink.
Way better. Major improvement.
We've been open about 2 hours. People are staying. They're loving our beers. The food is coming out great. During stress tests, we couldn't be open for 7 minutes.
But the success didn't last. Just 2 months after the rescue, in April 2015, the LA Brew Company closed its doors. Despite being one of Jon Taffer's most expensive rescues, the bar didn't survive. But Richard Ramos wasn't the only clueless owner Jon humiliated in front of his own employees. In the next case, Jon Taffer returns to a bar he had rescued years earlier, only to discover that the owner had learned absolutely nothing. Second Base Bar and Grill, Season 4, Episode 11. Jon Taffer returns for a second time to a bar in Orange, California that was previously called Extremes, a place that he had rescued years earlier.
You gained my respect in spite of all of this. It's not that I didn't care, it's that I care for you guys.
The bar's owned by Terry Bryant, a former landscaper who bought it in 2003. After the first rescue, the bar was renamed Second Base, but Terry slowly let the place fall apart again. Instead of reinvesting in the business, he used the profits to pay off personal debts.
So focused on paying off his debt, Terry failed to reinvest any money back into the bar. Once again, the bar began to fall apart.
So he let the bar fall apart and stopped holding anyone accountable. As a result, the smell had returned and the girls had stopped wearing the uniform. He also brought back bikini promotions in another attempt to attract customers. And Gary, the manager, revealed that lack of money was the reason for the failure and that he had never been given full control.
I need help. Terry's not giving me what I want. He's not leaving me in charge, basically. He still has a say overall. It's his place.
So Jon returned with his experts, who immediately noticed the exterior was unappealing.
There it is, Second Base. First of all, the sign isn't even lit.
Blink and you miss it. There's absolutely no sidewalk presence.
I wouldn't even know it was here.
Jon pulled Terry aside in the car and asked why the business had fallen apart again, but Terry immediately had an excuse.
And then when did it turn?
When there was like 5 powerhouse sports bars that moved in the area, it just made it extremely hard for us to compete.
But once they stepped inside the bar, they saw that everything was just like before.
Where is this stench coming from? Under the floor again? Oh, that's what's under this floor. Run off from that drain and run off from this. That's why your frickin' bar stinks.
The drinks were just as bad.
But that's not the color of a margarita by any means. Thank you.
So Jon was very direct with Gary and Terry, but the conversation didn't change anything.
You have one thing going for you. My reputation is on this bar, and that might save your ass in the end, but it doesn't save you tonight. You're a prick.
The next day, Jon discovered that no one had cleaned the bar.
Who cleaned up last night? Would one of you guys lift up that beer drain for me? It's exactly how I left it.
And it wasn't until the staff meeting that Jon learned how Terry really treated the employees.
I make sure my employees have what they need. Did he do that?
No. And disposable. And he was trying to bring girls in on my shift from other places as a surprise to try to move me out.
Which explained why no one was willing to put in effort. But when Jon confronted Terry about these issues, instead of taking responsibility, he blamed Bar Rescue for the bar's decline.
How can you walk into a place that you're never at and be like, well, you need to do this, this, and this, and that's gonna fix the bar?
Keep asking questions when they admittedly don't know me.
So you're blaming them? Because they don't know you?
I'm blaming you.
Then, when Jon brought in cocktail champion Lisa Marie to help clean, Terry became defensive.
Those gloves all right?
Why don't you go ahead and throw on a pair and get back here?
Are you gonna be rude like Jon?
I'm not trying to be rude.
Well,
I'm
there's
just
a
back
certain
here.
way to talk to me. I'm not gonna put up with it.
I'm back here cleaning your bar.
Okay, well, I appreciate it.
I came in on my time
You know
off
what?
to
I'll
help
tell
clean
you
your
what.
bar.
Why don't you just sit down over there and don't clean my bar? I don't need you to.
That was crazy. I've never been talked to like that. You have a team of people that come in here to help you. Like, how about you just show some respect to say thanks for being here for the second time because we screwed it up the first time.
But despite that, Jon returned, and not because Terry deserved another opportunity.
Fact be told, I don't like Terry. I don't like putting up with him. I don't like his attitude. I don't like the way he uses people. But I do like this staff. So I'm going to train them today, and I'm going to put them through stress tests, and I hope they benefit from it.
Then came the stress test, but customers waited too long for their drinks. The ones that arrived were too strong, and food service was a disaster.
We're unhappy campers here. We've been waiting over a half hour. We've given our order to several different people, and the drinks are so strong that off of one drink, I'm pretty buzzed.
This is one of the worst stress tests.
The tickets, we're running 15 to 20-minute ticket times. This is definitely...
Yep.
Things got so bad that Jon had to make the decision everyone saw coming.
This was our second stress test. I think we did worse than last time. So let's close it down. This should be an embarrassment to you. It's certainly an embarrassment to me.
That's when Terry made it clear that all he cared about was the money, so Jon had to reveal his plan with the bar.
Here's your bar. This right here is my budget, which is $100,000. That's what I'm putting in this bar. $100,000.
But Jon attached one clear condition before moving forward.
So here's the deal. I'm going to put $100,000 into your bar, but I will only do it if you put in $30,000. Then the $33,000 you should have put in the last 2 years at $16,500 a year. If you don't commit, then I won't.
However, Terry's response was unexpected, especially since the employees knew he had money and just chose to invest it in his other bars instead.
And write you a check, but it won't be any good.
So you can't...
I don't have the money.
That was the final straw. Jon had enough, and his response was brutal.
Get out of here, guys. It's over. Because I don't trust you. Because you are a slime bucket. It's one of the best concepts I've ever done, and he totally f***ed it up.
If I had the money, I would do it.
As a result, Jon Taffer walked out and abandoned the rescue. Without his help, second base never recovered and closed permanently in February 2025 after a temporary shutdown the year before over pest problems. But Terry wasn't the only clueless owner who refused to invest in his own business. The next case takes Jon to a bowling alley in New Mexico, where the owner's arrogance was so extreme that Jon forced his own son to call him an ass in front of everyone. Lucky 66 Bowl, Season 7, Episode 2. Jon Taffer visits the bar in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Mike Draper, a Vietnam veteran, bought the bowling alley to honor his father, who had been a professional bowler. Mike runs it with his son Jay and granddaughter Daphne, hoping to eventually pass the business down to them. When the business first opened, it did well and built a loyal crowd. But since then, it has slowed down significantly. And because of the pressure, Mike has become irritable with employees and customers.
Need you in back. We got a bunch of shoes sitting now and put that on that. Time out, time out. Sir, do me a favor. Don't come back.
Which has led to both groups walking away. To make matters worse, Mike has huge debt that he hasn't been able to pay off.
I am over $1 million in debt. Right now, I'm still losing $10,000 to $15,000 every month.
So when Jon arrives, he brings his experts to evaluate the place, and the first issue they noticed was the location itself.
So this is one of the lower income areas of Albuquerque.
Then Jon sent in test customers, but the customer service they received wasn't what they expected.
Ooh, I wouldn't say that was successful.
You're better. Can we order another drink? Can I do an old-fashioned? Old-fashioned? Yeah.
They ordered 3 old fashions?
It's not what I was thinking.
Honestly, she was happier when she didn't have a drink.
And Mike's reaction made things even worse.
I'll be with you when I'm done, okay? If you're trying to get under my skin, you're getting there.
Whoa. Shots fired. What? He asked for a water.
Jon was so furious that he stepped in immediately.
It's time to get under Mike's skin.
Uh-oh. He's gonna lay into him.
Surprisingly, when Jon confronted him, Mike didn't even try to defend himself.
How would you feel if I put my hand on your shoulder like you did him and pretty much said, I don't like you, I don't want you here because I said so? I guess I'd be upset. You'd be upset because the person who did that to you would be an ass, correct? Yes. Why were you an ass to him? I want to understand. I'm sorry, I don't have an explanation for you. Really? And you're in the bar business.
Jon then spoke with Mike's son and asked the question everyone was thinking.
Does your father act like an ass, or is he an ass?
He's an asshole.
He's an asshole?
No.
How does that feel? Oh, well.
And his answer matched what the whole staff had been saying.
Is he a big ass or a little ass?
He's a big ass.
Is he an ass all the time?
Just about.
Okay, your son says you're an ass. Both your mechanics say you're an ass. Come on over, buddy. What's your name?
Joel Jr.
Joel Jr. Nice to meet you. You guys work in the kitchen, Joel?
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Is Mike an ass?
Yeah, he is.
I don't like helping asses.
That was enough for Jon. He walked out with his team and told Mike to clean the place himself.
Asshole. Good night, Mike! Clean your frickin' bar, asshole!
The next day, Jon didn't want Mike to be there when he spoke to the staff.
Buddy, Mike, would you leave us alone with the crew, please? I'm guessing you guys will say very different things without Mike in the room, won't you?
That's when he discovered the bar's main problem.
A lot of it's our customer service. It's hard for me to keep people here.
How come?
My dad's a hard ass. He's got high expectations, and I don't even think I can meet up to his expectations sometimes.
On why? Because we can't keep employees?
Can't keep employees.
How long does the average one stay?
2-3 months. Maybe.
Maybe. He pushes everybody away.
When Jon confronted Mike about the real problem, he finally came to his senses and addressed the staff.
I need you to help me go forward. We need to make this thing pop again.
Do you need Daphne?
I need Daphne.
And he was also able to resolve the issues he was having with his granddaughter, Daphne.
Since you left, why do I want to put the effort into it?
Daphne, what if I could fix this place? Would you come back? I'm proud of you because I know this isn't easy.
After that, they got ready for the start of the stress test, but customers waited too long for the drinks, and with no food system in place, orders were handwritten and carried to the kitchen. That was the start of even more issues. Food was served twice, some items were undercooked, and customers were charged for meals that never arrived.
I don't know why this ticket's twice.
How we doing? Talk to me, Mike. What do you think? Food's coming up quick, right? Well, it is. Now, if we can just get it to the people.
On the drink still?
God dang, man. What tables still haven't been served? 1 table, 2 tables, 3, 4.
Eventually, the bar was shut down because they couldn't keep up.
Game over! Gutter ball! End of game. You guys agree? You agree? I agree. What do you want to tell everybody? Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it from my heart.
And for that reason, staff training began the next day, covering both the drinks and food service areas. And Jon was ready to completely renovate the bar, but he needed to know if Mike and his family were going to work together.
His dream would be for you to have this place. He needs you. And don't ever think that he doesn't, right?
That's a fact.
After that, the bar was renovated and renamed the Great 66 Entertainment Center, with a new sign, modernized interior, and a new printing system in the kitchen. Jon also made a generous donation to cover payroll for a month.
Put this in your pocket.
Thank you so much.
Let's do this.
All right.
The relaunch was a success, and things finally seemed to be turning around.
The future of the business is looking very, very promising right now, so I'm really excited.
But that success didn't last. The Great 66 Entertainment Center closed in January 2021. The pandemic shutdown appears to have ended any chance of reopening. Mike Draper at least admitted he needed help, but the next owner refused to take any responsibility, while his nephew turned the bar into something much worse. This is Park 77. In Season 4, Episode 20, Jon Taffer visits Park 77 in San Francisco. The bar is owned by Tano Basso, a former electrician who bought it in 2011 with help from his brother Wayne. They also brought in their nephews, Tommy and Angelo, and gave them each a 25% stake in the business. Near a state university, the bar was successful at first, but Tano left daily operations to his inexperienced nephews, and they treated the place like a fraternity house. What made things worse was that Angelo started drinking on the job and crossed serious boundaries.
Angelo's making the bartenders drink with him.
All right, let's drink. Shot?
Everyone wanted Angelo to leave, except for Wayne, who supported him.
Angelo's a young pup, you know. I try to stick up for the Tommy. Talk to him with a little respect. You know, you can't be yelling and screaming at him all the time.
At the same time, the bar was deep in debt.
The bar is about $188,000 in debt, and if this doesn't turn around in 4 months, we're going to close the doors.
So they called Jon, but when he arrived, he found something that crossed a line even for him.
From what I've heard on the streets is people know this bar for the fact that the porn was filmed here. It actually drew away a lot of customers as well.
Jon then sent in test customers to see how the bar actually operated. They ordered a Mai Tai, but it was poorly made.
Oh, she hates the Mai Tai.
Then Angelo saw them and wanted to join them, but the way he acted immediately made things uncomfortable.
To be honest with you, I've never seen a bartender or owner act like Angelo. There were drinks spilled everywhere. It was complete chaos.
But when the girls went to sit on the same couch where the adult video was filmed, it was enough for Jon.
Last shot before we turn it up.
It's disgusting. I can't let them sit there.
So Jon stepped in and showed the women the video.
I want you to see this. Now, I want you to know I would normally not show this to you, but I want you to see this.
Oh my God.
What is this?
Then he confronted Angelo.
And you wonder why you're such a loser. Can you talk?
No.
No, you can't talk. Can you think?
After that, Angelo did something very disgusting. At that moment, Jon wanted to leave, but Tano and Tommy begged him to stay.
Mr. Taffer, we're really trying to change here, and we really need you.
If he doesn't change and you don't have control over this in the morning, I won't come back.
We'll have control over it.
You better.
But we'll take care of it.
And the next day, Jon realized Wayne had no idea what his son was doing at the bar. At that point, Jon had to reveal the amount of money the bar was losing, and the numbers were alarming.
Based on a single weekend, your loss was $7,539. That's $360,000 a year.
Then came the stress test. That was also a test for Angelo.
Here's what I want to do. I want to have a stress test tonight. I want him in control of this place. I want you guys watching him like a hawk, but not helping him, okay? I want to go to work.
Customers filled the bar, but the bartenders kept making mistakes.
Okay, so you're off on your line. You're gonna have to redo those.
And even when Angelo tried, he still couldn't keep up.
Angelo, I literally just gave you a list of all the things your bartenders needed, and you didn't damn do it.
Just take your time and do it right.
It was a complete disaster, and Jon had to make the inevitable decision of closing down the bar.
Until you resolve this, I can't help you.
Wow.
All right, guys, bar's closed. Time to go.
The next day, the family decided to change who would run the bar.
So what are your roles going to be, Tommy?
I'm gonna manage the place now until we do find the GM.
And you're our acting assistant. No drinking, correct?
Zero drinking.
Jon then got to work redesigning the bar to attract a younger crowd. After renovations, the new establishment had a new name, The Lister. The outdoor spaces were modernized and a dance floor was added. The relaunch was a success, and for the first time in a long time, things were looking up.
That's perfect! Those are perfect, man!
Eventually, Park 77, now called The Lister, closed in March 2021 after slipping back into old habits. The Lister's owner had a nephew who drank on the job, but the next bar owner had a stepson who quite literally walked out to drink at another bar, and his family kept on giving him chances. Welcome to the Tradewind Social Club. In Season 5, Episode 9, A Bar Rescue, Jon Taffer visits the Tradewinds in Cocina, California. The pub was originally owned by Dan Thompson and Eric Loria, who was a family friend. Dan also hired his stepson, Chase, to manage the bar because of his previous hospitality experience. Dan and Eric each invested $150,000 and took a 40% stake in the business.
I decided to give Chase 20% of the bar. He really had some managerial experience, and why would he not be able to manage a small local bar?
While Chase was given 20% for his work at the bar, but Chase quickly proved unreliable and careless. He often missed orders and failed to track inventory, so the bar frequently ran out of beer.
Chase was in charge of all the beer. Yesterday, I had 7 kegs empty at 11 o'clock.
The keg blows, we have to put it on here.
Tradewind sits in a prime Sonoma location near a college town, but they still fail to attract students. To make matters worse, sales have dropped and now they're deep in debt.
Now, Dan and Eric are $300,000 in debt.
They're just now months away from shutting down, so Jon and his two experts watched from outside and noticed that Dan was trying to reach Chase, but he hadn't shown up.
How do you reach Chase?
Call me back. Never get a hold of you when I need to.
You know he saw the numbers, right? So this guy doesn't want to come to work, but he wants to keep his 20%.
Eventually, Chase arrived late and was greeted with cheers for finally showing up. Jon immediately put the bar through a small stress test.
Let's see if we can tell exactly why one of the few bars in a college town is actually failing.
Jon's group of 75 people enters the Tradewind.
But the service was a disaster. The POS system was outdated and constantly failing.
Can't run cards.
All right, then tell him cash only.
Cash only, guys!
On top of that, the beer system wasn't even working properly. And after countless problems with the food and drink,
Strong, disgusting. And popcorn at the moment.
That's the free food that they're giving out.
Chase gave up, and what he did next was completely unacceptable.
I had to get out of there. I need a shot.
He went across the street. His bar is packed.
After that, Jon talked with Dan and Eric and didn't hold anything back.
Well, then get your freaking stepson in line and turn this into a business, and I'll teach you how to make money. Go talk to your son. turn this into something I can work with, Dan.
The next day, Jon met with the staff and noticed that the main problem was Chase's attitude.
You drink, you don't show up, you don't respond to my text messages, you don't call. It's an absolute slap to the face. And then when I have to write those checks to offset the losses, it hurts me even more.
But Chase's response surprised everyone.
Ready to change that?
Absolutely. What I want, John, I want to run a successful bar, something that I can be proud of.
Then came the stress test. It started off well enough, but it didn't stay that way.
You'll get it. Chase has a lot to learn about becoming a bar manager, but at least we can see he's trying.
People that have food don't have drinks. People that have drinks don't have food. No one has everything. There is not one guest in this bar that had a good experience.
It was a complete disaster, so the bar was shut down.
I got last drinks going out. Last drinks going out.
Thanks for coming in. Hope to see you guys back on Saturday.
The next day, Dan and Eric talked with Jon, and they decided Chase had potential, but he needed to prove that he could actually step up.
Put Chase back in control and give him the key ring. Is that what you guys want to do?
With guidance.
So they brought him in, and for once, everyone was on the same page.
Well, let's agree to something. In the four walls of that bar, finances come before family.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
After that, Jon got to work on the renovations, and that included a shuttle bus. And to attract college students, the bar got a tropical beach theme, new TV screens, maps on the walls, and 3 new POS systems. Then came the relaunch, and it was a success. Customers loved the food and cold beer.
It's great. The drinks I love. I'm a big fan of Dark and Stormy. It's one of the better Dark and Stormies I've ever had.
And they stayed on top of orders.
So we're selling a good amount of food. Yep. How's the time coming out?
Times are fantastic. The Turbo Chef is pumping them out in just over 2 minutes, and we can see out in the crowd that people are loving the food.
The changes lasted, and to this day, the bar's still open. So the rescue was truly worth it. Tradewind survived because Chase finally committed to change, but the next owner refused to take anything seriously, while her kitchen caught fire and she lost thousands in inventory. Armadillo Grill, Season 7, Episode 16 of Bar Rescue. Jon Taffer visits Armadillo Grill in Phoenix, Arizona. The restaurant is owned by Brenda Lambrecht, who opened it in 1997 after falling in love with the business while working as a hostess. She borrowed money from her father to open the bar. Now she's bleeding cash and drowning in debt.
Brenda is in debt $450,000 and losing $20,000 a month.
When Jon Taffer arrived, he invited her family to his car. Greg, Brenda's ex-husband, opened up about the past.
You got a problem here. You've never made any money or brought any money home, and we got a divorce.
So this bar caused you to get a divorce?
A lot of other things, but that was the main thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you still care about it, don't you? Because you're here.
To make matters worse, her father had poured a fortune into the bar to keep it open.
I'm gonna just guess and say over 500,000.
$500,000. Certainly hundreds of thousands of dollars.
For sure.
Yeah.
So here's the question. Why is she doing this?
So Jon sent in his experts for recon, and they noticed something was wrong immediately.
Hey, thank you. I'm gonna need this one just because it's garnished with a rubber duck.
The waitress recommended some drinks from the menu, but when they tried them, they were completely unbalanced.
When the garnish is the best part of your drink, let's just say it's an epic failure.
After that, they ordered something to eat, but as they did, water began leaking onto their table. Then when they went to the kitchen, Jon saw something that was too much even for him.
I did not know.
Would you eat out of there?
No.
And then look at the raw chicken going in there and coming out on his gloves.
After seeing more unsanitary conditions, he stepped in immediately.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How long have you owned this place?
23 years.
This is your life, isn't it?
This is my life, yes.
After sending kitchen staff out, Jon showed Brenda the state of the kitchen.
How dare you, Brenda! How dare you take money from your father and do that?
He then gave her a clear indication.
But she's not the only one to blame. Clearly, her family has been enabling her for all these years.
The next morning, Jon and his team arrived and everything looked better.
You and I want it, but I'll take this.
So are you okay with this thing opening?
Yeah, let's get started.
Then Jon gathered everyone for a meeting and revealed the inventory report. The difference between what was served and what was consumed over 3 days was staggering.
How much is it for the year, Brenda?
240 something. That's a lot of money.
But Brenda didn't think things were that bad, so Jon pointed back to the state of the kitchen.
You're gonna kill somebody! Somebody could die in a fire!
But despite everything, they all committed to doing better and prepared for the stress test. At the start of the stress test, Patrick, the bar manager, struggled with pressure.
You guys could be here a long time. In a little while, some of you might be begging me for that bucket.
What are you doing? That is not how we hold a bottle. Sorry, I want you to do that again.
After 15 minutes, only 4 drinks had been served. The rest were thrown away.
This is ridiculous. Get drinks out of here. Come on. Please be right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm very stressed.
On the kitchen side, however, the expert John sent was really impressed with the chef's skills.
You have amazing chefs back here, and you've never walked back. I don't think you knew that. I am blown away.
You've got the team you need. Now take control. This is excellent.
John then stopped to talk to Brenda. Then they reached an agreement.
So we have a real issue with
We
him.
get some training.
And if he's your bar leader, we're really going to have to get him up to speed.
The next day, John met with the family and realized they were supporting Brenda.
One thing that I've learned this week, it's that Asia, Austin, and Greg, you've helped enable this, haven't you?
Yeah.
Do you want to enable it anymore?
No, we definitely don't.
They agreed this would be a fresh start, and everything was finally okay. A few days later, the bar was renovated with a new bar and customer area, along with a new name, Brenda's Inferno. The relaunch was a success. The new food and drinks were a hit.
Oh my God.
Let's see what you got, buddy. Go for it.
All right, let's do this.
And the kitchen was in good hands.
Clean, the staff is amazing. I'm telling you, these guys can run a buffet in Vegas right now.
Customers loved the new food and drinks, and Brenda could finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. But just 3 days after reopening, they were forced to close temporarily due to state restrictions. Brenda's Inferno closed its doors in December 2021. They never recovered from the income loss caused by the restrictions. Brenda lost control of her kitchen, but the next owner lost control of himself, drinking on the job and not taking care of anything. The Dugout. In Season 5, Episode 15 of Bar Rescue, Jon Taffer visits The Dugout near Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois. The bar is owned by Ed Cressy. He originally owned the building and took over the business in 2011 when the tenants couldn't pay rent. The bar follows the stadium's game schedule, but once the events end, both staff and customers leave. On top of that, Ed is overwhelmed and drinks heavily. And during the episode, the bar is in debt and losing money every month.
This last off season, we were probably $30,000 in debt on a corporate credit card and lost $5,000 a month.
Then John arrived with his experts and sent in test customers.
Gordon is a sports writer for the Chicago Sun, so I thought he was the perfect candidate to do recon for us tonight.
John's spies enter the dugout.
They ordered a Long Island iced tea and noticed a large jug of Ed's questionable cocktail.
Oh, Lord Almighty.
I've never had it personally. I am allergic to it.
Hot pussy shot.
What the is that?
Then they tried to order a burger, but got an answer they weren't expecting.
Can I just get some mac and cheese bites with ranch, please?
I'll try the dog. I got dog.
Okay.
He's touching raw product with his bare hands.
So after that, John and his experts turned their attention to the kitchen, which was a complete disaster.
I love the fryer burning and coming up. Everything that's been cooked in there, you can taste in that macaroni now. And I don't even want to look at that.
And there were flies all over the kitchen. When John saw that, he sent his experts to intervene.
Go in the kitchen and do not let him send out any more food to any customer.
And one of them tried to confront Ed, but he didn't care.
3 hours my ass. Have you ever talked to a wall before? Walk away! Don't eat that! Ed had his back towards me the whole time. I don't even think Ed could look over the pile of that was on his shoulder.
And when they turned to the drinks, not only did they taste horrible, but they also uncovered one of the bar's biggest problems.
What's the recipe for that? How much? How much? Who's your manager?
We don't have one.
So what does Ed know about drinks?
He knows how to pour himself a beer.
And Ed's indifference pushed John to step in, but the owner showed no remorse, and he flipped John off and walked away.
I am gonna make you responsible no matter how embarrassing it is. What bull this is. Let's get out of here, guys. Good job on a Chicago pride, Ed.
And it only got worse from here. The next day, John held a staff meeting, and Ed admitted what everyone already knew.
Because he doesn't want to work.
It's because he doesn't care about it.
I don't want to be behind the bar. That's why I hire the bartenders.
Then Emily, too, revealed what was already apparent.
It doesn't matter what you build us. Nothing's going to be kept up with. The minute you leave, everything's going to go back to the way it was. We'll just have a new bar.
Even before the stress test started, Ed was completely disinterested. He was supposed to greet guests with a smile, but he didn't even try.
You're bringing 200 people to this bar. You're sitting there drinking. Take this serious, man.
Once the test began, Ed couldn't keep up. The orders kept coming, and nothing was leaving the way it should.
You look like you ordered a hot dog.
There's a ticket number on it. That's the 9 and the 1. This is exhausting.
Then he fell behind. Nothing came out right, so John shut the bar down.
I've seen what I need to see, guys. let's shut this bar down. Why don't you guys come back Sunday night? I'll show you what a real bar looks like.
The next day, an expert trained staff on cocktails, but Ed refused to participate.
Your bartenders are sitting here and they're telling you right now that they would love to sell this, and they didn't like the hot pussy shot.
And then Emily restated her fear of how all the changes would be reverted.
It's gonna get all of it, and it's all gonna go back to exactly how it was.
And Ed didn't seem to disagree to what she was saying.
It's a very good possibility I might rip out everything that they put in.
So why the hell are we here then if you don't need us?
I'm pretty much done with it.
That was the final straw as Jon advised the employees to look for other work because Ed made his decision.
Done. I'm sorry, Jon, but we don't see things eye to eye. All the best intentions.
The renovation happened quickly and the bar was renamed the Press Box, inspired by Wrigley Field's Press Box. Jon then only showed the new bar to the staff. Ed wasn't invited, or so they thought.
Oh, my God! How are you?
You're drunk, aren't you?
No, not at all.
I can tell by the way he's acting.
I can smell it from here.
Jon said he couldn't support Ed and walked away, and the entire staff quit.
Good luck.
Yeah, good. See you later. You're gone too?
6 weeks later, sales were unclear, and they had already gone back to calling it the Dugout. And despite everything, the Dugout's still open. Ed flipped off Jon and walked away, but the next owner was somehow even worse. He called his employees turkeys while failing to pay them for an entire month. Kalaveraz Cocina, Cantina, Season 7, Episode 10 of Bar Rescue. Jon Taffer visits Kalaveraz in Escondido, California. The bar's owned by Juan Magana. He bought it in 2018 when it was still called Añejo's Bar and Grill. Añejo's was a popular local spot, and it seemed like he was buying a success story. But it closed the same day Juan signed the papers due to health code violations. The closure made local news and gave the place a bad reputation. Now the restaurant's losing money and Juan is in debt.
Now, Juan is in debt $250,000 and losing $10,000 a month.
I no longer have a 401k because I cashed it all to get this place.
Then Jon arrived with his experts and sent them to test the service.
Gentlemen, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing
Good, great. Thanks, man. All right.
After that, Jon snuck in and talked to a customer who didn't hold back.
Is the food good here?
No.
Maybe. We got a drink.
I'll take a while for me.
And the drinks they ordered were strong and didn't look right.
Ooh. I don't know if that's very balanced. The whole idea of a Cadillac is that visually you can see it's a Cadillac.
Jon then confronted Juan about the condition of the bar.
I mean, look at that table. Look at all the plates everywhere.
I mean, do you want to taste that and tell me if that's right? That's my drink right there.
No, it's horrible.
Jon asked why the bar was failing, and Juan's answer made his mindset clear.
Why are you losing so much money?
How are you supposed to soar like an eagle when you're surrounded by turkeys sometimes?
So, they're turkeys.
I'm not.
That response stood out, so Jon repeated it loudly for everyone to hear.
When I ask him why he's failing, he says, because of turkeys like you.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. Is that the way you phrase it?
Then Jessica, the bartender, revealed something Jon didn't know.
No, us turkeys are working for free. For you.
What do you mean?
Free. We have not got paid for a month.
A month? My ass, you haven't got paid for a month.
And Jon was outraged and gave Juan a clear condition.
Pull out the frickin' money and pay your staff. They don't get paid, I'm gone.
The next day, Jon met with the staff, and they confirmed that Juan's bad behavior was coming from stress and poor leadership.
Has he gotten nastier over time?
Oh, yeah. I feel like, with stress, he just, just comes out. I feel like it was kind of rude, but that kind of gives you a little glimpse of what can happen with him when his emotions start getting in the mix.
Then Jon revealed that the bartender report showed major losses in just a few days.
He lost $4,890 in 3 days.
Also, one of them said Juan fired the old cooks because he refused to pay them. That led Jon to ask Juan a direct question.
Why are you here?
I want to make it right.
How?
By listening to what you got to say.
So Juan decided to apologize to the staff.
Are there any apologies in order for the way you've spoken with them?
I apologize for last night.
Then came the stress test, but it didn't start well.
5 tickets up on the bar. This entire other side hasn't been served yet. It all comes down to the next 10 minutes. Either they'll dig out of this or they won't.
Soon they were overwhelmed. Many drinks were wasted and the bartenders were slow.
She has no spoon at all.
Come on, guys, we have to do better than this. Jessica, you're the worst bartender back here. You can't get this done at all.
Okay.
In the kitchen, food wasn't coming out fast enough.
We put out 2 tickets so far.
So what's our ticket time?
So it looked like we're at 24 minutes right now.
Wow.
So yeah,
we're
a little bit behind.
24-minute ticket time.
After 30 minutes, Jon had to make the inevitable decision.
Can't get food out of the kitchen. We got 30 frickin' tickets back there. Close this bar down. man, do we have to train, and I got to start with you.
The stress test was a complete failure, but for the first time, Juan defended his team.
That's a start, John, because if they would have been losing their shit, then we actually don't even stand a chance.
It's not only a start, it's the best thing you've said to me in 2 days.
Then it was time for relaunch night. The place was renamed to Sierra Madre Cantina. Inside, the bar got a fresh new look, vibrant colors, and natural elements. The relaunch was a success, with customers responding well to the food and drink.
Because they care about each other, they now care about the business, and inherently now they care about the customer.
But unfortunately, Sierra Madre Cantina is now closed. They shut down in September 2024.